Hello everyone, it's Mel from Everything Marmy. I'm back. As promised, I'm going to probably post this tomorrow. Oh, and I hope I don't sleep talk like I did in my last video, but thankfully I didn't sleep talk for long. And yes, it's a thing. It's a thing that I do. It's unique, but so am I. So, I am going to be working on my Hobo Weeks, just setting up some pages. I'm behind in this. I've done the hearts from October 1st to the 31st with the red line down it, which is supposed to be like pink, because I know that I haven't been walking more than 10,000 steps a day. I put the November calendar there under the October calendar, and I am right here. So it's still 6 days before November, but I want to kind of get this out of the way. I'm using Sweet Quiet Design to do this and make fast work of it. And hopefully I don't hoop up the stickers. Again, I've got crap all over everything, but I'm low. The camera, I should say, is low. And so, generally speaking, I do all the months like the same way. October, the two bottoms, and then they look like this. The great thing is I don't have to think too much about putting them together because I know how they go. Somebody mentioned that they bought this blue Alatone cover because I liked that. I hope you enjoy it. I enjoy it. I actually found, like when I purchased this last year, I actually forgot I'd purchased it. But I did find them to be a more reasonable price than the other covers. And I think I even managed to get in right before they realized they didn't put their prices up. So that was 2 for 2. So I'm keeping it in that. Now the color scheme on this one is this, I want to call it like a taupey tan, I guess. I don't know. Do not know. However, it's very easy to set up. I like easy. And I like this book because out of all of my planners, this is the one that if I really wanted to take that one book with me, it would be the weeks, because it has the months, the weeks, and there are like the notes pages in the back. I don't know that I'm going to be able to get this November up. Let's just see if I can. Sometimes I can, sometimes I can't. If I can't, oh well, I'm not going to stress about it. I'll just stick her right over top of it. Let's see here. If I go gently, I might be able to get it up. Or I pull up half the paper, which is what I just did then, but I can glue it. I like looking at the bottom corner here and seeing what month it is. And I do have like some of these stickers from Hubman and Chub Girl already there. Let's see, where is my glue? And I'll just slide this over top. Might be sticky, so I might have to put tape over top of that. Oh, you guys, like, I don't know what's going on with me, but my fatigue levels are like off the roof. I applaud anybody right now who is energetic, who is taking care of their bodies, and I'm going to put that under the table so it doesn't like make a loud noise, who is eating properly and getting proper sleep and proper nutrition. I seem to jeopardize myself all the time. However, let's see, crooked. I like these ones. I didn't always like the glossy ones. I didn't always like them. But then they do come up off the Tomoe River paper really well. I don't know if it's Tomoe or Tomoe. If anybody knows how to properly pronounce it, could you leave that in the commentary box for me, please? I feel like, I don't know, I should know that by now. As a Canadian, we tend to emphasize the last letter, and we say our words somewhat differently than like the rest of North America. For example, and I'll still do it too, like instead of Z, which is how we say A to Z, I'll say Z. Okay, come here. But a lot of our language is a combination of like the British enunciation, and we have like this weird thing where we don't spell certain words with S, we use Z. So like I don't get that. I haven't really looked into that. So instead of organization with an S, it's with a Z. We put a lot of U, the letter U, in words. Instead of color, C-O-L-O-R, we add an extra U, C-O-L-O-U-R. Like, yeah. So, I don't know what made me bring that all up, but I gotta talk about something, right? So, this isn't filmed exactly back to back from my last video, but it is still on the same day. Now, these do take quite some time, so I'm thinking I might pause this part, put all the numbers down, and return. So the reason I'm unpausing it at this point is because my phone has been acting up and I don't want it to go and lock out on me. And then I would have to essentially start at the beginning because my editing skills are crappy. Which, you know, guys, it's okay. Like, I wish my younger self had told me, or my wiser self, if you will, that it doesn't matter that I don't have certain skills as everybody else. I remember when I used to start jobs, new jobs, it used to really bother me that people knew things that I didn't know, and I would work 3 times as hard to get that information until I'd mastered it. And I think back to it now, and I caused myself so much stress, and I missed the point of actually learning and being mindful in that moment of learning. And we all can't be the best. And yet that, of course, was my ego telling me, yes, you have to be the best. So for some reason, this November has 31 days on the sheet here. I'm just wondering, no, it did have 31 days there, so maybe it's just for extra. So I don't remember if I asked everybody how you all were doing in my last video, and I truly hope you are doing well. Because, you know, some stranger, me, in some far distant part of the world does actually care about you. And I hope everybody has their basic needs being taken care of right now. I know there's a lot of hard things that people are going through right now, and it's mind-boggling. There's certain things coming up that I'm prepared to push back on. And if you're interested in that topic, I would be happy to do a chat about it. But remember, folks, and I've said this more than once in my videos, even before I took my channel down, okay? That just because I have an opinion about something, it's okay that we differ on those opinions. In fact, I would be really concerned if we didn't. We can't all be the same. We can't all... I mean, think about this for a second. How boring life would be if we all thought and acted the same way. Where would that leave the job market? Where would that leave our personalities, our creativity, our distinct personalities and drive? Like, I'm perfectly okay in agreeing to disagree with people, and I'm just willing to hear somebody's point of view. I know that every single day I wake up, I only know really 2 things to be true. Number 1, that I'm loved by a force stronger than myself. I know this because when I've been at my lowest of lows, there's always been that voice deep inside of me that has told me that. And the other thing that I know to be true is that change happens all the time. That doesn't mean it's good change, and it doesn't mean it's bad change. It means it is change. And having discussions on topics that, so there's sorry, I'm just changing the topic here. In Canada, we do Remembrance Day. In the United States, you guys do Veterans Day. I will put them both down because I don't look at my friends past an invisible line as any different than people who are just human beings like myself. That's one of those thoughts I get. I also am a person who has deep philosophical thoughts, esoteric thoughts. I tend to question a lot of things, but there are certain things that I feel deep down inside of me that I know. I just know. And even if somebody doesn't agree with those, that's perfectly okay. I don't need to prove it, and nor do they have to prove their stance to me. That's what boundaries are for, right? I'm just somebody out here taking up the same space as everybody else, trying to do the best that I can. And I wish I could say that I was this perfect person. I'm not. I'm not a perfect person, my goodness. Play Monopoly Day. The 19th of November on the 19th. I said that twice, sorry. It's a Wednesday. My sister used to call Monopoly monotony. I remember that. So yeah, like I know that there's a lot of things going on worldwide. I can't help but keep on top of it because I truly believe what affects somebody over here, if you don't take a stand, will eventually come to your corner of the world. And then you've got nobody to stand up for you because you've allowed that to happen. You've said, no, I can't get involved. I can't do this. I can't do that because, it's not happening to me. I'm happy with the way things are going. And maybe that's what makes me an empath. I don't know. I've just always had it. Espresso Day. For those of you that like coffee, strong coffee, espresso is something I'm very familiar with. Sunday, the 23rd. So yes, that's why I wanted to ask how everybody is doing, because, I've been preparing for a lot of different changes too. I mean, I very recently got a letter from Veterans Affairs, for example, and I saw the writing on the wall a long time ago, and had I not prepared for it, I think it would have come as a surprise and been put under the quote-unquote bad experience. And I'm sure there's a lot of veterans who live in Canada right now that are like in that very mindset. So why Remembrance Day? So this is American Thanksgiving on the 27th. So this has got to be Black Friday on the 28th. So yeah, even though Sweet Kwai Design, there we go. It's funny how they have to get, us to buy things so we get that dopamine hit. Huh? I actually, today, I was supposed to pick up something at the post office, and I'm changing the topic again, you guys, but I find it's pertinent. So, like, I used to get art boxes, right, and I canceled them. And they continue to send them. And I literally finally said, okay, enough is enough. Like, no. Send it back. If I lose money, I lose money. But I am not paying the $42 import tax on a box that cost me $32 American plus shipping. Does that make sense to any of you guys? So, yeah. I see what they're trying to do. They're trying to split up people, and I don't like it. Okay, there's the month. I try to keep this channel very safe and comforting, but I also want to let you all know that I'm fully aware that many of you are struggling, and I feel it for you because I know what's going on here. And so if I know what's going on here, like, I can't help but know what's going on elsewhere. So that was November. October looked like this. We're still in October on the 25th, which is Greasy Food Day. No, thank you. That would make me, ugh. So, October. Let's do a flip. Now, I know my October is pretty bare, you guys. It's empty all the way here. And I didn't really put anything. I did, like, set it up, but didn't do it. I set up, okay, so these here, I'm not sure I like them here, but I'm going to identify these little guys as, so this is like the Hunter Moon, I think it was, Hunter Moon. And then this is a Hunter Moon. And it takes, I think they said it takes like 2 days, 48 to 72 hours for the moon to start to cease its effects on us or whatever. I don't know. But I know that these little red guys here are for time of the month. She's got them here. Sherry, I think that's her name, Sherry? No, that's from Busy Bee Planners. I can't remember who this lady is. But anyway, I'm not actually liking those there, these little red guys, because it does make me look like they can come off of there. I'm beyond the beyond, if you know what I mean. Like, that has been, like, done and dusted 20 years ago. So, we don't need those little guys there. Okay. So, from the 6th to the 12th, yes, I know what's gone on. I could back plan. I may back plan. And we're here. So I'm going to just come here and write a few things. So last week on Wednesday, I was unable for the first time in 13 years to have my doctor's appointment. Usually if I can't get there, we'll do it by phone, but I was just unable to even talk. So, no appointment at all with Catherine. And I also had a full-blown migraine with auras. I don't know if any of you have ever had auras with a migraine. I have not had them in so long, I forgot what they were like. I really don't wish for them to come back. They can stay where they were. I should put it in red, actually. Okay, you are in the wrong spot. So that's pink. Where's red? Is that red? Looks redder. Okay. And even on Tuesday, I had to leave 13 minutes early because I was just not well. So on Sunday here, I was at my daughter's. What was I doing? I picked her up. At 8:30, brought her dinner, and then parked her on the back. And there's a fella that works in the basement underground. Whatever glue he was using was so potent that I got a migraine from it. I think he was a carpenter. Glue brought on migraine. Well, it brought on a headache is what it did, but it just got worse and worse and worse. So that was Sunday. Then Monday, I'm just checking. And this 13th here was Thanksgiving, Canadian Thanksgiving. And it was also my middle daughter's 32nd birthday. So the first part of her birthday has been done. And the second part is next Saturday here on the 25th. Meet at Danielle's for 10 to 10:30 a.m. So she wants her nails done, and we're going to go to we're going to go out for lunch. Now, blue. Let's do blue for family. I don't really have a color code, unfortunately. I should make one up for the new year. get these colors in order here. I wouldn't even know what my color would be because pink is really not me. Green would be money. Do I have a green one? Here's orange. There's got to be a green one somewhere. Anyway. Okay, so let's see here. So I'm doing last week just filling in this information simply because I have it in my head to do that. And then 1 p.m. I had, oh, and then I forgot, but I ended up having a quick phone conversation with another doctor. I'll just say specialist. Red, where are you? So even though, like, I couldn't talk, and I couldn't talk very much here, this one was kind of important. But by Thursday, I was kind of back to normal anyway. And then Friday, what was going on Friday? Sorry, you guys, I'm just looking at the calendar, which I can't read across the room. Oh yeah, this was last week. So I did a YouTube. I think, you guys, I think I made a mistake. I did. I do this all the time. All the time. I mix up my weeks. Which is why whiteout is important. This whiteout is old. So old. Okay. So this one was as normal appointment at 9:30. So then this one did not happen here. It happened. I was thinking I had the dates wrong, and this is the problem when I miss out weeks because I don't put the information. So it was the 19th. And then Carpenter. Glue. Set off headache. Okay, and then I have to look to see what's in here. On Friday, I did do a YouTube video. I did one on Thursday as well. Oh yeah, sorry. Sorry, you guys. Friday. Okay. sent over part of my daughter's gift. Okay. All I put for Saturday the 18th was it was a rainy day. Certainly more than that went on. It must have been a heavy rainy day if I wrote it down. Heavy rain. On the 19th, I went up for a walk, which was good. So I'm going to develop in my new book system what I call an earning points, but I'll explain that. So I'm just going to make a note. YouTube explaining heart points. And that's when I do this setup of planners, which I don't know when I'll do that yet. I do know that I will keep the KISS system going, but I'm going to modify it. Like, I was looking at Dakshina's books too. And originally, years ago, I had bought the B6 Stalogy because I liked how she kind of did it. She's switched it over the years, but she gets 3 or 4 months in one book. And maybe that's where I need to go, because certainly I don't need to do a full month in one book. Really what I need to do is use the tracker, the brain dump, and a few other things. So I can start small and add more if it sticks. And I think that's probably the best way of doing it. Now you'll see here that I don't have any decorations. Let's see. I did organize them. And I did get a few from Busy Bee planners. They were on sale. Let's see. Where did they go? Was it in the back here? Yeah. Maybe not. It's where they were. So I still have like a lot of these books left too. And in here has my codes and some notes and carryover stuff. And I really like these books. They last a long time, which is why I've never really gone to a mega book. I think, okay, I might have to take that back. I think I have one mega. I'm just trying to think where I put that. In the front here. Okay. So I do have like some of these. These are Helen's, the Coffee Monster Co. Some little like, these are tiny, you guys. Like, look how tiny. Little trackers and stuff like that. Oh my God. And these are supposed to be like for the weeks. Little boxes. Trackers. These are like, let's see what I can do with them. And then, I don't know if I showed you guys these ones. I know I did a haul on the Busy Bee planners, and then what happened was the very next day, the second order came in. And thank you, Robin from Talks from the Heart, because it was either her or Nessie Plans that got me 15% off my order. So Nessie Plans or Robin from Talks from the Heart, either one of you ladies that I used to get my 15% off, thank you so much. Because they're out promoting these shops. So I got this one. So it was already on sale, and the coupon applied to them. And I like Busy Bee planners because they're Canadian. Therefore, I don't have to pay taxes, import taxes. This is, which one do they call this? Letters of Paris. Letters to Paris. Letters to Paris. And then these are really cute. Like these little rabbits and fox and little girls in these like globes and the books and the bookcase. Then you've got bigger ones. I think these bigger ones actually should go in yeah, see these? I don't know. Like these to me, these seem to be like Hobonichi size, so I'm going to remove those. And then this one was kind of funky. It was on last chance, and there was only one of them, so I grabbed it. Those are yellow, not empty. So I got those. I got some more items as well, but I just really like the bunnies. They're cute and colorful. So I think next year, like, I'm going to be going back to the cutesy because, like, when it's cutesy for me, I tend to use it more, you guys. Like, I don't know why that is. I just do. Okay, where is it in there? Yeah. So that can go in there. So I guess these are these all about the same size? No, this one's like smaller. I just want to make sure you guys are... So, yeah, there's a number like of weeks that I haven't done, but I give myself grace, you know, like if, for example, April didn't work out, it didn't work out. If, like, there's a few weeks that I didn't do it, I'm not gonna lose my mind over it. I might use these pages and just rename them and set up and just try a setup in there. We only all have the same 24 hours in a day. And if you're sick or if you're down for the count or whatever, like it happens, whatever life happens to be handing you at the time, these really are the last kind of things that you think of, right? Like for me anyway. So I'm just going to see if I have anything that really matches. These ones can come over here. Okay, so we're past that week. We're past that week and we're into this week. Okay, so I have like, what are these holiday cheer sticky notes? So these fit, I would imagine these fit right in the calendars. I haven't really even tried these before, you guys. Like, and then some. Look at that. There's a lot of room. And then even those ones are bigger. And those would fit in there too. So these are teeny tiny. So, how many appointments did I have this week? Not too many. Because on Wednesday, as I was saying here, I literally had to cancel an appointment. So I'm going to put this color here so it stands out. This is the first time, and it's a full moon too. I just noticed that. This is the first time that I've had to cancel appointment fully. Normally I would speak on the phone or something, but I just couldn't. And then this one here, see how you get, wow, like there's a lot of energy coming in. This one was at 11 a.m. with C, and then let's do, and then even this one I left 13 minutes early. Because I knew, like, I just wasn't feeling well. Okay, what color? I like the purple. So this one here. (1 p.m.) Oh, and then here I had another one. So I'm going to just use one of these tiny little guys down here. Because it was like, I didn't know it was coming through. And thank God it was a phone call because I looked terrible. It was 12 p.m. call with specialist. Okay, and then I'm going to use one of these see, I haven't used many of like Helen's, like I know I have some, but I think it was 2023. I think I said before it was 2021, but I'm pretty sure it was 2023. So I'm just going to come over here and I'm just going to write, that head's crooked. Of course it is. My 3 objectives for this week, which means I have 1 day left to do them. And do I have, I know I do, a sticker, because I put it in here at some point. I can do these ones. That's kind of, These are sort of the black and white ones. I guess I'll do the this week one. Okay. And so the first one is kitchen and dishes. Are you guys surprised? I'm not surprised. And then living room. And then, oh God, I should meal prep. That would be so helpful. I'm gonna leave this as an extra. Like just kind of a fill in the blank extra kind of thing. Because right now, if I get 2 of those done, I will be so happy. Seriously. So I'm just gonna leave that third one there. All right. Then I can use those 3 little boxes. And then look at this little tracker. Okay, so this little tracker for this week. This is the week I'm on. Kind of seems redundant, but I have been working on my water. Oops, did I put it upside down? I wonder how many mistakes a person can make playing with stickers in their planner, because I'm telling you, it's not a competition, but boy, oh boy, water. Now I know Helen writes super small, but like, wow. So for this, I have to refer to my water plan of my monthly book, which is, we are week 4. Next week is week 5, right? Yeah, okay. So water, 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 water. Where are you, water? I haven't made my 32 to 40 ounces of water. So I'm going to have to measure it differently, because all I'm putting is yes or no. So I really don't know. That I've not made the amount. So I'm going to say I know this is for 32 to 40 ounces. And I'm drinking at least 8 cups, 8 at 250. Like that's 40 ounces. So why am I? Oh, okay, maybe. I don't know. I'm gonna have to look into that. And this is so light, you guys. You can barely see it. So, gotta draw a body on this guy. Like, this is like tiny, 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 tiny. Okay. So these are like just little things. Might as well use up this like as well. These little, I don't know about these little week things. I would have to watch how other people use these particular ones, because for me, like, it's like a, I don't know, like a passport size kit. Oops, I don't want you in there. That's sort of my sticky. Let's go back to here. And then it has stars as well, so we'll give you some stars. We'll put you at the top. Okay, and then we can put you back in here, because, yeah, I think that's why I never probably got any more of these ones, because they're really not sort of my, like, I love the concept that she's done, and I think she's a super, like, productive and ingenious person, seriously, for her to be so young and so successful. And literally, like, I've watched her, and she works her butt off. I couldn't do it, no way. However, that all being said, I don't know how she does it. Okay, what am I doing here? I'm just gonna add some leaves. Now, leaves and pink, that's really gonna go together, isn't it? But we're gonna do it anyway. Because you don't know unless you try. Okay. We're going to do meal prep here. I'm going to put this house by this week for housework. What did I do Monday? Did I say? Probably not a whole lot. I think I was like really in bed. I'm just going to say not well. Migraine. I do have somewhere, and I might as well use it because I pray I never have to anymore. I used to get them all the time. Yeah, headache tracker. These are not headaches. The difference between having a headache and a migraine is that I can't have any stimulus. No sound, no clothing on my body. My head's usually up against the toilet pole, cold cloth on my neck, waiting to die or something. Be struck by lightning, take me out of my misery. I'm just going to put this here because I didn't like that rating. And I'm going to mark this off as a 5 out of 5. It was bad. Okay, so let's see what else we've got going on here. Now, I could easily, like, use these down here, but I'm going to shift it a bit and put it down here. Because I like seeing the moon cycles. Okay, there we go. And there's this week. I'm going to drop this down a little bit. I can put the dates in, but I won't do it with you. It'll just bore you guys, I'm sure of it. See, you can't see that. These little guys here, like, so that means I'm going to give him a little bit of hair. And some arms or something, I don't know. 1, 2, 3. Like, I want it to be, I'm going to do that too. I want it to be stand outish, but like it's so pale and muted. I'm about colors, so okay, what else have we got here? Here's the crock pot. I don't really want to use these big ones. These are November. We're still in October, so I'm jumping the gun. But that's okay. Because a lot of these are like, they intermix. Sorry if you're seeing my arm right now. So yeah, like they intermix a lot. So I still have like numbers there. There's a pumpkin. We'll put a pumpkin up here. I mean, when was the last time you've seen this coordinated color scheme? 24th. What happened then? So this is actually, again, for next week. So let's fix that. And then pick up live at 2:30 for errands. And then I spoke to my middle daughter today, next week. Okay. I'm just trying to see what I want to do. So I've got green ones here and I've got pink ones here. So from 2 different years. There's a green one, pink, pink, green, green. these were a different one. So let's see how we can like jazz this up a little bit. I think what I'm gonna do is put these down because I don't know, this sticker here just doesn't jive with me. And we'll get some colors on here. Let's get a to-do happening over here. You know, for something that like is the same setup every week, there is a lot of versatility in this book. There's so much you can do with it. And it's just a matter of like using your creative energy to think about it, if that doesn't sound like cringeworthy. Totally crooked. Do I care? Do I want to care? Guess I don't. I actually do care. Okay, so we'll take you off. So I have a question for you. If you have the weeks, how many different setups have you managed to come up with your weeks? You don't have to have kits or anything, but how many different setups have you been able to do? I'd be curious. Because I bet you some of you have like phenomenal amounts. And I know some people too that they do the same design every week, like the same one, which is cool too. I mean, you do you, like that's just how it works. Okay, are we gonna lay straight this time, you think? And then just to like pop that pink here, I'm gonna use this little pink here. Like so. All right, let's see if we've got anything. We've got a to-do list here. We've only got one more day. We've got, so I think I'm gonna take this pink sticker unless I can find a cooler one. Okay. Let's take him off of there too, because I mean, you know, why not? And put him here. And then we'll put this pink guy right here. Because this will just probably be a shopping list. And I'm just going to, since Friday's come and gone, I'm just going to put this guy in here. Where's the scissors? Where are you? Just like that. There we go. And what else? What else? What else? What else? I did get some happy mail today, so I can put that down, but I want to put it down on a base. There's a birthday cake. So that also needs to be put down. It needs color. So you hear the raccoons? I don't know if you guys can hear them, but I've already fed them and they want more. So they're hitting, like, reaching up and trying to hit the window. They're smart, those guys. Okay. Happy mail. See, and I have all these dates here, but does it matter? Not really. Just indicate what came in the mail here. And I had paydays, so I might as well mark those in. When I had one on Wednesday. And Monday and Friday, I think. Pretty sure. So I'll put those down. If not, oh well. So I hope you enjoyed like this really long and drawn out week setup. This is really where I should have been planning. However, whatever. I don't tend to lose sleep on things like that. They're basically all the same. My weeks are basically all the same, you guys. So I don't lose sleep on it. These guys are super cute though. Listen to this. A listener is a speaker and a speaker is a writer. Listening must be the first step, and to be a good listener, it is more important to be interested in the other person than to ask good questions. You know, that's pretty true. In my experience, anyway. Just going to use these guys up. Put this little cow down. So cute. And as usual, I turn my books into sticker books, but you know what, guys? It's fun. Okay, so that one's done. I don't even know how long I've been going, probably, oh, wow, very long. So, yeah, we did the monthly. November. I showed you what I didn't get done. We put in last week, this week, and here I'm just basically, this is going to be tasks and to do, which is always groceries, gas, can't forget cat food, and other things. And then tasks, I've got to send off mail, and better put that there. And then this is meal plan. And then, yeah. Okay, you guys. These are non-negotiable. Sunday. And then, yeah. So, of course, it's not perfect, but then again, I am perfectly imperfect. We all are perfectly imperfect. You are loved, needed, and wanted far, far more than you will ever know. Thanks for hanging out with me, guys. I appreciate it. Just in the nick of time, too, because I feel my voice about to go. And I pray you're all doing well. I really do. These were the stickers I kind of had in there for moods and stuff. I wanted to put like some of these not feeling well ones in here, which is why I need to reincorporate my health planner, get it back up and running. Thursday, I was back on the mend. Doesn't really have one for back on the mend, so I guess this one will do. And this tooth sticker, yes, I've got to phone the dentist on Monday. Knew I had to do something. So yeah, that is where she's at. Remember, you are loved, needed, and wanted far, far more than you will ever know. I appreciate all your time, you guys, more than you will ever know. And I pray that you have a blessed, beautiful, and wonderful day. And for now, I will bid you goodbye. Talk to you soon. Bye, everyone.